So 2025, this is the year that you get to earn differently. And let's be real. Are you willing to do what you're doing for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years, for the next 20 years? Is it the most effective way to be earning an income and having a freedom lifestyle? Because we think big here in the Wildly Empowered Collective, and it is never just about the money. It's about how you earn it and what that actually gives you, the choice and the lifestyle and the life that you get to live earning this way. So no more playing small, working 40-hour weeks for someone else and not being capped and being capped in your income. We are not down for that. We are down for uncapped income and really helping you to be your own boss and be in charge of your own promotions and what you earn. No more hustling to earn low return commissions when you have the work ethic of a millionaire. Go and use those skills in something that's going to earn you more and give you so much more life back and a massive ROI, which is what we're going to go through. And no more sacrificing time with your loved ones who you're irreplaceable to in a job where, let's be real, you are replaceable. I truly believe this is a huge one for me. I'm a mum of 3 kids under 7, a 1-year-old, 4-year-old, and 7-year-old. And I truly do not believe, particularly parents, would sit there on their deathbed and go, geez, I wish I worked more. Right? Like when you really think about where you invest your time, because it is a choice, it's an investment of your time, where you put your time shows what your values are. And if family is your values, I just want to breathe belief into you that there is another way of earning where you don't have to sacrifice time with your loved ones in order to pay the bills. So let's talk leveraged income versus linear income and what this actually means, what this is. So a leveraged income is making money over and over again. You get paid over and over for the work you've done once, right? By using systems and support that grow your earnings. And when I first got introduced to this concept, I think I was about 22. I'm 34 now. It was many, many years ago. And all I heard was someone say, you can get paid over and over for the work that you do once. And I was like, that makes sense to me. Why wouldn't I do that? That is such a better use of my time, right? And I'd done internships and worked my butt off to get into uni. I'd, moved 5 hours away from home to get into this uni course to work really, really, really hard in a career that I thought was, the be all and end all. What I saw from the online space was that there was this thing called passive income. There was this thing where you could earn and be getting paid while you're living life. And it's not to say you don't do anything, but it's a very effective way of having a freedom income. And that's what a leveraged income is. So when we talk about time leveraged, we're talking about the fact that there are systems and processes that do the heavy lifting for you so that you can have a time leveraged business. Linear income is what most people are used to. It's probably how you're getting paid right now. And look, it may keep the bills paid, but it's going to be hard to build in the future and it's capped, right? And if it's your only source of income, it means you're even more capped. You're reliant on that. So if you stop working, your income stops, right? I'm now at the place where if I stop working, my income continues, right? And that's really where we want to get you with this way of earning is actually earning a passive income that can support you in your life. So are you currently earning a leveraged or a linear income? How are you earning an income? So who dat girl? I haven't introduced myself yet, so I'm going to share a bit about my story so you know why I am, here and why I have the credibility and the results to be sharing this information. So I'm a mum of 3 under 7. I was very burnt out when I did the whole network marketing thing. I thought it was going to be the answer. And, I'm very grateful for the experience. I feel like it was my internship, but it certainly was not the answer to replace a 6-figure income that I, always had the goal to replace in the corporate world. I was a PR account director. As I said, went to uni, thought that was going to be my career, was very passionate, very, came out with gung-ho, young thing, like in the workforce. And what I soon realized was I looked at all of my bosses and not a single one in 3 different agencies, not a single one did I look at and go, I can't wait to be there. And that was a red flag for me, where I looked at my, my role models, my mentors, and I didn't want to trade lives with them. I didn't want that life. And in fact, in the first agency that I worked in, I'll never forget, like, the general manager also had 3 kids, and she was the last to leave the office every night. And I looked at that, and around the same time, I sort of, came across this way of earning, and I thought, I love what I'm doing. I love my job. I actually was quite good at it, but long term, this is what I want to create. And I realized that quite quickly. So I'm honored to be one of the co-founders of the Widely Empowered Collective, which is our community and all of the systems that we offer. I've been in the business for 6 years. Last year, earned $300,000 in commissions, which I don't share to impress you, but to impress upon you that I know my shit. I know what I'm doing, right? Like, if I was on a webinar like this, on a training, I would want to know that the presenter actually has their own results, right? Which is why I share this. And I gave my husband a paid 9-month career break last year, which meant the absolute world to me, because he works really hard. He, used to be, when we had our first son, he was the first to, our son was the first in daycare, the last to leave. And my husband basically missed out on seeing him the first year of his life because he was just always working. We live in Sydney. It's, many of you will understand this if you live in a metro area, like, 2-income household when you've got kids can be really stressful. And that was just our way of living. And so to be able to give him that was huge. My business paid him every single month. And he's never had a break in 20 years of working. He actually went to Bulgaria skiing and to Greece and had a great time, and actually got to, enjoy a little bit of downtime as well, and time with the kids, which was so beautiful. And so this business has also enabled us to, we bought a house in the Northern Beaches, which we wouldn't have been able to do with my old income. This income has enabled that. And we then knocked it down and rebuilt. So we now live in a new home, which is beautiful. It's really an investment. And this is what really excites me about, earning a great income, is you get to invest it and make more money and make more impact in the world as well. And really be the permission slip for other people to start thinking differently about money and wealth creation and financial independence as well. So that's a bit about my story. Let's carry on to what the actual leveraged income model is that we use. So we partner with an established company. We partner with a company that already has products that people want, need, and love, right? It's an in-demand product that we are the middleman for. So we sell products that are already very, very popular and very needed and have a great reputation. Then we automate the systems, right? So we need systems to do the heavy lifting for us if we want any amount of time freedom. Otherwise, you just have bought yourself another couple of jobs, right? Like, if it's not time leveraged, we don't have the time for it, right? Like, it's not welcome here. So then you receive your share. You receive a high profit commission when a sale is made in your business because you've done the work, right? So they're like, cool, here you go. Here's a kickback because you've made the sale, but it's, our product. So you don't have to be the one sending it out, creating the product, doing the customer service, all of that. So in order to get your time and money back, you have to be willing to invest time and money to do so, right? Because if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. So this is not a get rich quick scheme. I'm just going to preface it with this. It is not you get here overnight. Like, you've seen what I earn. Like, I have 3 kids. A couple of years ago in 2023, I had my 3rd kid, my daughter, and I earned passive 30K months every month for 3 months while I was offline. Did that happen overnight? Absolutely not. I got there because I really committed to this business and to building it. And we do not guarantee any results. We can show you what others have done and we can show you the strategy, but it is really up to you on whether you're willing to put in the same amount of time and effort to really build what you can see is available here for you. If you really love health and you care about other people's health and you care about your family's health, you will absolutely love these products. They are an entire health system that help you and your family to live a really low tox, holistic lifestyle. We also have generational wealth here. So it unlocks a highly profitable and really fair commission structure that offers generational wealth for you and your family. So some of the products here, we've got the K8, which is an ionizer. It's one of Enagic's flagship products, and it produces antioxidants-rich water, which is really high in molecular hydrogen. The water from this machine is actually charged, right? So even if you have a filter, it doesn't matter. This is like 5% of what it does is a filter. It's a great filter, but it does so much more than that. It actually charges the water. So it has a negative ORP, which means it actually helps to reduce oxidative stress on the body. So if you think of an apple, if you bite into an apple and put it on a bench, it will end up going brown, right? So that's what oxidative stress is. If you drink tap water, every time you drink tap water, you're adding a tiny little bit of stress on your body every time because of the toxins and the impurities in the water, versus Kangen water, which every time you drink it is helping to cleanse the body and help you to not just remove tap water from your house, but actually have a charged molecular hydrogen rich water at literally the turn of a tap, which to me, when I looked at that, I was like, that's a very good investment. You know, it's a product that will last 20 years that my family are going to benefit from the entire time that they're living with me. It also has 5 different pH levels, from 2.5, which is hypochlorous acid, which is like, you know, really strong, similar to bleach, so you can clean with it, all the way to 11.5, which is an oil emulsifier, so you can use it for degreasing. There's also 6.0, which is great for your skin. It's the perfect pH for your skin and hair, and also for cleaning glass and mirrors and that sort of thing. Then we have the Inespa, which is your in-home shower experience shower attachment. So what it does is it remineralizes water through an active charcoal ceramic filter and removes chlorine and bacteria to protect your family's skin. If you're a curly-haired gal, you will have very good results with this. And just in general, if you have skin irritations, it's a great thing to try out to see if it actually helps it, because your body is your largest organ. So even if you have the K8 and you're drinking amazing water, if you're still bathing in terrible water, that's going to have an impact on the body as well, because, you know, you absorb water through your skin as well. The M-Guard is an environmental harmonizer. So it targets high frequency electromagnetic noise, and it defends your family from invisible electromagnetic disturbances. So basically it's an EMF protector, and it has an 8-meter diameter. So you can bring it around into different rooms with you. If you're someone that, you know, I've actually always had cord headphones up until the point that this product came out, because I wasn't willing to use the Bluetooth whatever they're called, AirPods or whatever. I'm like the nerdiest person around. You'll always see me with the cord ones. Until now, I only just bought them now, so I'm very late to the party on the trend of that. But this product is why I finally made the switch, because it is such an incredible product. Then Ukon, which is chemical-free wild turmeric, which has a really powerful antioxidants. It's antibacterial and it's anti-inflammatory. So all you need to do is chuck this into Google Scholar or, you know, whatever you use for research, and you'll find so much research on the health benefits of turmeric. So it's available in tea, soap, and capsule form. And these 4 products are really our main products that we sell. So like I said before, we get a kickback when we sell them, right? We don't have to create them. They've already been created. They are premium health technology. And the company that creates them is 50 years old. It's a very, very credible company in Japan. And to even get certification to be a medical device, which the K8 has, it's a certified medical device. It takes 12 years to get that certification in Japan, and we have it. So that's just a bit of an overview of how credible and how incredible these products really are. So most people actually buy all 4. That's our high ROI strategy, is experiencing all 4, experiencing the health benefits of all 4, and ensuring that you actually know what it's like to use these products and have conviction around them before you go out and sell them, right? You need to know that there's something that you stand behind. So your first sale is 3,153 if you're selling what we call a quad, which is the 4 products. Your second sale is the same, and your third sale is $4,204. So if all you did was went and sold 3 quads, you would earn over 10 grand. I don't know about you, but in every other job, in every other business that I've done, to earn 10 grand would be way more work than 3 sales, right? So this is just showing you how high the return on investment is of your time and efforts learning the skills and partnering with this business. This is really what got me when I started. I looked at this and I was like, cool, well, I'm on 6 figures and I am working my butt off to earn that. And I'm away from my kids. I'm doing 12-hour days. I'm stressed as anything to earn 100K. And I could be learning the skills in order to do that with 17 sales, right? Whether that takes you 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, if you had an extra 100K on top of what you're earning right now, what impact would that make in your life? What would that enable you to have in your life? 250K is 36 sales and 500K is 70 sales. Now, this might sound like a lot of sales. To me, it doesn't, but in case it does for you, we teach you how to run ads. So it's not up to you to go out and like knock on doors or, message people or whatever. We're teaching you how to run ads so that people are attracted to you who want this kind of business, these kind of products, have the same values and are intrigued. That is why you're here, right? You saw that from someone's content or from someone's ads. I was on a training today, an ads training, and the woman that was running it is a homeschooling mum over in Canada, very normal, very grounded woman. And she was like, oh yeah, I did $1.2 million in commissions last year running ads. I don't really know how to do them. And honestly, half the training, the questions that were asked, she was like, oh yeah, I just outsourced that. I don't really know, right? And the whole time I was like, this woman has just really leveraged what we have to build such an incredible freedom income for her family just keeping it simple, using the systems that we teach, using the strategies that we teach. So I want to show you a couple of more examples outside of myself of people within the community who are really smashing it. You can go and stalk them, the examples of real life people who have the results that I dare say you probably want to have. So Jess Seagren is an incredible woman. She watched me for quite a few months. I didn't even realize she was. And then she came in guns a-blazing, made 50K in her first 3 months, 30K in her first month, and 6 figures in 6 months without a huge following. She was the top 1 to 2% in different network marketing companies, and she was not earning nearly in comparison, like nowhere near what she's earning now. She was a sales and branding coach as well, and she was super coachable. Even though she came in with experience, she still followed the education that we provide in our platform. She literally, to a T, you can go into the platform and do exactly what she did. And she also noticed reduced headaches and more hydrated skin using the product. So it's not just the business, it's the results that you get from the products where it really becomes embodied to love and recommend them as well. Megan Hughes, who is such an incredible woman. She's an ex-traditional business owner. She owned a hairdressing salon, and I think she said the other day it cost her $5,000 a month to even just run her business. So if you're a traditional business owner, I really implore you to look at what does it cost you to run your business versus what you could be earning with an income like this where you don't have any running costs, right? They're very minimal running costs. She earned $350K in commissions in just over 1.5 years, in 18 months. Her highest cash month was $75,000, and she just went 6A2, which is one of our amazing highest promotions, enrolling 6 people in 1 day on New Year's Eve, right? Because this is what can happen when you have an uncapped income and leverage systems. She also was really coachable and followed the education. She had no ego. She just kept things really simple, really streamlined, really authentic. And she still, like, you speak to her and she's so passionate about how good this business really is because of her experience with traditional business. She's like, there's literally nothing like it. Why would you have a traditional business without having this, or, you know, even leaving that and having this, right? Which is the decision that she has made for her family. Then Rebecca Femia, who is my dear friend, and how I came about this business. We were friends from many, many years back, and I saw her post on social media that she had made 96 grand in her first 90 days in this business. And I was mind blown. I was mind blown. I already knew that she was successful in network marketing. So I was like, if she's left and she already was successful and I already saw what she was earning before, why would she leave that for something different, right? So it really piqued my interest. And she's been such an incredible mentor to me over 6 years. Her highest month has been $211,000 in a month. And a couple of years ago, she saved $1 million for a home without needing a bank for loans as a solo woman, right? As an independent solo woman. She now has 2 legacy positions. So that means 10K USD guaranteed monthly on top of what she already earns in different ways as well. This is just additional bonuses guaranteed, which that in itself, like that calm nervous system, knowing that that's what you have guaranteed because you've gotten to a certain place in your business, there are not many businesses that can really give you that. Then Lani Jack, I had to quickly put this slide in because I got this message from Lani today, and this really showcases why this business is so incredible and the impact that you have when you give another woman permission to really go large and you breathe belief into her, right? So Lani has been doing this business for a couple of years. She was a burnt out EA working in a very toxic work environment and looking for a way out. And she messaged me today this screenshot. It might be too small to see, but basically she said, thank you for all of your support over the years. Thank you. And then there was a screenshot and she earned $9,000, like she had $9,000 drop in today. And this woman has the work ethic of like no one that I've ever known before. She is just incredible. She's learnt TikTok ads and now moving on to Facebook and Instagram as well. And she spent $600 in ad spend last month. And she was able to bring in over $28,500 personally. And in her business, her total business, her and her team, they did $93,000 in sales last month, right? So imagine the ROI if you could put in $600 in ad spend and get out $22,000. Do you think it would be worth it? Right? And again, not promising this is going to happen on day 1 or even day 365. Like you have to learn the skills and do the training that we teach in our platform. But that's what Lani was willing to do. And when she sent me this, I was like, oh my goodness. Like Lani from many years ago when I first met her, I think she actually came in off an ad. Like we didn't know each other before this business. She would have been so proud of these results. Like she literally would have been gobsmacked to know that she would be an example on a webinar of like absolutely killing it in this business, right? So I'm showing you this because this is what is possible for you. This is what's possible for your future. Then in terms of our actual community, this is our success. And I love this photo because we had so many beautiful women being recognized in Japan last year for the 50-year anniversary. They're all holding their certificates there because we had so many women recognized for huge milestones in their business. And last year alone, we did $5.6 million AUD in sales. We had over $2.8 million paid out to our community. We had 413 people join in the first 10 months of the business. And even during an economic downturn, which we're experiencing at the moment with, you know, cost of living and all of that, we still had our biggest month, right? So that proves to everyone, to me, I'm like, cool, well, that just proves that we really have something that people need right now. So we did $1 million in sales in our biggest month last year. We have an average of 30 people joining a month, like basically daily. And if you're in this group, the Wildly Empowered Collective, I'm sure you probably see that. You see all the welcome posts coming in. We're one of the fastest growing teams in Australia, New Zealand, and the UK, and we're frequently approached by other teams to join us because of the systems, the strategies, the events, the community that we have in the Wildly Empowered Collective movement. And, you know, like the downline that I have is this community. It's the whole community. And I often get approached by other teams and other people within the business to talk to their teams as well on how we actually do the business and the strategies that we teach, because they work. And it's not just about the healthy masculine of the strategy. It's also about the growth and the support and, you know, the person that you actually become in this journey, in this business, to get to the person you need to be in order to have the results you want. And that's really the true value and the gold. And, you know, when I showed you that message before from Lani, imagine what it feels like when you get a message like that from someone you truly love and respect and admire and just want the best for. I can't tell you how moving it is to receive messages like that. That is why this business is so different to the corporate world, to traditional business, to anything else out there, because you get to help other people rise, and a rising tide raises all ships. It's such a different, such an impactful way to earn. And, you know, I experienced this in the corporate world. I will never forget, in the agency that I was in, I was helping two women. We were doing performance reviews all the time. I was really supporting them in their career. I really wanted them to get a promotion. And when the promotions came, there was one promotion. There was one woman that could get that promotion. And it really broke my heart because I felt they both deserved to be promoted. And I couldn't promote them both. There was only one promotion. Right? So it's so different in this business because there is space for everyone to thrive. You're in control of your own promotions. No one else decides that for you, which is the most empowering thing. It's based off your own efforts. So the pathway to generational wealth. This is the thing that I saw that I couldn't unsee. I looked at that bottom right-hand corner and I was like, 800K bonus, 80K monthly for life. Thank you. Let's go. And where I am right now is literally a hair away from the circle there, which is called 6A2-3, which simply just means you are at legacy income. It's actually 33K bonus in AUD and then 5K USD monthly for life, which works out to be about 7.5K. Additional to what you're already earning in your business. So this is what I mentioned before about like your nervous system getting to breathe because you actually have guaranteed income. And on top of this, there's other bonuses that you get from the sales volume happening in your business and from sales going through direct, indirect, all the things. There's so many different ways that you get paid. This is just one of them, literally one of them. And so when I saw this, I was like, cool, well, is there a job in the entire world that I know of that would give me this, even if I wasn't working, right? And the answer is not that I am aware of. I'm willing to look at something if it beats this. But to this day, in 6 years, when I've asked, like, show me something better than this, no one has been able to, because this is the true beauty of legacy income. And this is what AQP as a Japanese company, and Japanese businesses really look long-term. They have a 500-year vision. They're not like Aussies or Americans or, you know, most of the Western world. We have a very short-term, instant gratification kind of view. They think so much longer term, and they have a way better point of view when it comes to vision and legacy and generational impact. And that's why they've created this. It actually doesn't come out of the cost of the machines. It comes because they also have their company is way bigger than just AQP and just these machines. They invest in all different ways, and that's how they're able to pay these bonuses as well. And at this point, you actually become kind of like a shareholder of the company as well. So there's so much residual income to be made. There's so much passive income to be made in this business when you do the work and get to these ranks as well. Again, it doesn't happen overnight. It comes from committing to your vision and committing more to your vision than your excuses or your obstacles. I have had my fair share, and they have never been more important than me continuing to get to this point. So how do we help you make sales? The first thing is we help you to create content either organically, which is on your social media, or through paid advertising, which if you are on here, I'm sure you've probably seen one or the other. You've seen someone's stories or posts, or you've seen an ad. And if you don't want to use your social media, use ads. If you don't want to do ads, use your social media. If you want to talk to people in person, do that. If you want to go, pitch to businesses, you can do that as well. There's so many ways to do this, but my favorite way that I'm super passionate about is paid ads. I've had 23 people reach out to me in the past 24 hours through my ads on Instagram, and it's literally $25 a day. Right? So, and you don't even need to do that. You could start with $10 a day if you want, but I'm, doing a strategy where it's slightly bigger budget of $25 a day. Then you have a conversation with them. They are sent a webinar, you invite them to a free training like the one that I'm doing right now. Then they get the chance to book in a call with our team to actually ask someone their questions and get a personalized strategy session with them. They would then, if they choose to do the business, invest in their own wellness products, the products I went through before. You would receive a high profit commission, right? Because you've been the person that has set up the sale and introduced the person to this business. Then they would go through, launch your business and all of the trainings that we have in the hub, right? In our mentorship inside the Wildly Empowered Collective. So that's how easy it is for you to make a sale. You follow the training and you follow the systems and the strategies that we have proven to work for Enagic businesses. So how and why we automate sales? This really gives you the time leverage, right? So if you could make sales 24/7 using systems that do the heavy lifting for you, do you think that would help you to make an income in the background of working, or in the background of being a mum, or in the background of living your life, traveling, whatever you want to actually do, right? This is how you can make sales while you're offline. And when I first started this business, I had a 1-year-old and I was working, and this really appealed to me. I was like, I need ads to be running in the background. I need systems to be working for me because I had enough on my plate. I just did not have the time, right? So this is what appealed the most to me. Also, the time flexibility, right? It was so time leveraged to have ads running, someone else doing my calls for me, and then me just, getting back to messages here and there. We have people who are super experienced in this business, already having exceptional results, do the calls on your behalf. So if you are thinking, holy wow, this is really like lighting me up, I'm super pumped, I want to learn more, the next step is to book a 15-minute connection call with the person that invited you to watch this training, right? Just send them a message and say, let's chat. They can send you the Calendly link and you can book in a call to ask any questions that you've got. Before that call, we will send you a discovery process that has about 60 minutes worth of videos that goes into more detail on everything that I've shared in this training, right? A bit of a deep dive on the ROI strategy, the products, the company, and even more information on how you make the money and how this is all possible. So then you would have the call, and then you can you can have your questions answered, and you can actually ask the beautiful people that we have on the sales team to give you a bit of a rundown on how this can work for you and for your goals, right? How can this really work? What do you want to be earning in the next 6 months, 12 months, etc.? What would you have to do to get there? What are the finance options? Really working through a bit of a strategy for you and your goals. Again, this is the connection piece on us really working one-on-one with you to find a solution that suits you. So we have a fast acting bonus. So success loves speed. We always love to reward people who are fast acting. And if you confirm your connection call with the person who invited you to this training within the next 24 hours, you will actually gain access to a really powerful replay with 2 7-figure business women. So one is Beck Femia, who I mentioned before is my mentor, who her biggest month has been $211,000. She knows a thing or two about having a good money mindset, right? Because if you do not feel worthy of earning that much, you won't. And a quote that I love that she says all the time is, you will never out earn what you believe you are worth. So this training that her and one of her business partners did, who also is a 7-figure businesswoman, this workshop they did was all on your money mindset and shifting limiting beliefs. Like, what do you believe about being a wealthy woman or a wealthy man? What do you actually believe about earning a lot of money? Do you believe you're worthy? Do you believe it's evil? Do you believe that, whatever it is that you believe, these things get to be shifted, because money in the hands of good people changes the world. And you get to be the person that actually earns her worth and creates a shift in how you live your life and how your lineage continues with money, right? How it's been done and what you've witnessed doesn't need to be what continues in your family. Money creates so much opportunity and choice, and it just expands what you already have. So if nothing changes in 2025, nothing changes in your 2025. You will be in the same place in 12 months' time. I'm a big, big believer in, if you're going to say something, be a woman of your word, be a man of your word. If you say you want something, take the action to make it happen. I do not work with anyone that doesn't do what they say they're going to do, right? So if I send a training to someone and they don't watch it, I'm like, cool. Best of luck with your goals, because that you can't build the success that you want to have here without actually taking action on your goals. And that's what we're providing here, is a strategy and support and a community of people who have your back and want to see you rise and want to see you succeed. So your next step is to book your connection call. Reach out to the person that invited you here. We are so excited for you to get going on this, and all of the results that you saw, they are possible for you as well. And I want to leave you with this. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Curiosity is free. It's free to do these next steps. But what will you be thinking in 12 months' time if you never actually did your due diligence of looking into this to see if this could be for you? You could either be in the same place, or you could be 12 months into building a multi-6-figure business. In 12 months the first 12 months I did this business, I replaced my income and I semi-retired at the age of 29. So don't be the person that sits on the fence. Be the person that actually takes action. And even if this is not for you, I'm sure it will inspire you on what is the right path for you. So go and take action. Be bold. Make bold moves this year that can potentially change the rest of your life. Big love, and we will see you on the inside.